Thank you so much. Now, folks, a big round of applause for Mr. Dave Newman.
That's right. Thank you, Darrell. I went out this past week over to my old Kentucky home State Park golf course. I wanted to play a round of golf. I hadn't played in a while. Got out there and had a bunch of couples in front of me, and I figured I'd just single on through it, and this old man walked up to me there, and he said, "Son," he said, "you mind if I just team up with you and play with you?" I said, "I don't mind at all, brother." I said, "You pretty good?" He said, "I'm fair." He said, "I just have a lot of trouble getting out of the sand traps." I said, "Well, we'll have a good time if nothing else." And we played, and we got to the 18th hole, and we were dead even. He was a good golfer. And I teed off and got just short of the green. And I chopped one up on the green. Thought it was going in, and it didn't. I reached over and throwed it in. That booger teed up. He hit that ball. That's the prettiest drive I ever seen in my life. Went right up there, went straight into the sand trap. When he got out his pitching wedge there, and he got in the sand trap, and that ball landed that far from the cup and rolled in. I went over and shook his hand. I said, "I thought you had trouble getting out of the sand traps." He said, "I do. Could you give me a hand?" Things happened to me. I bought a battery for my car. Went over to Advance Auto Parts, and thing went out on me last week. Had it 6 months. Brand new premium battery. I went in, I said, "Leonard," I said, "you told me that you'd guarantee this battery for the life of my car." He said, "I know I did, David, but I seen your car and I didn't think it'd last 6 months." Had an old drunk down in Louisville, couldn't stand up. Tark bus stopped, and he got on that thing. He staggered down the aisle, got down there, and he sat down in the seat beside this lady, and she was sitting there reading her Bible. And man, he had a snootful. He was stinking and just weaving and bobbing. And she looked up from her Bible, and she says, "You're going straight to perdition." He said, "Driver, stop, stop. I'm on the wrong bus." Kids listen to us when we don't think they are. They hear everything we say. You got to be careful what you say in front of your children. I got a good lesson in that. We had some kale greens and cornbread, fried potatoes, and my neighbor loves kale greens, so I invited him over for supper. We was all sitting down there eating, and my little girl, Mallory, she just sat there staring at him. She did that for 5 or 6 minutes. He's getting a little uncomfortable, I could see that. And he said, "Mallory," he said, "is something wrong?" She said, "No, I'm just waiting for you to drink like a fish." I remember when my boy was little, he'd swallowed a penny one day. He's about 4 years old. Well, I knew it wouldn't hurt him, but I sat there and watched him for about an hour and a half before he went to sleep. And he was scared to death. He was convinced he's going to die. I said, "You're going to be fine, DJ. Just go to sleep." Well, I left, and I heard him crying in the room, and I went back in there, and he was just bawling. I said, "Well, hang on, honey," and I reached in my pocket, and I palmed a penny. And I reached up and I acted like I was getting it out of his ear. I said, "See, there it is." And before I could even move, he snatched it out of my hand and swallowed it and said, "Do it again, Daddy." Y'all remember the Three Little Pigs, don't you? They went out partying one night. And they went in this place, and the first little pig ordered a beer, the other one ordered a beer, and the third one ordered 5 glasses of water. This went on for 3 hours. Every time they'd order a beer, the third one would order 5 glasses of water. Bartender got a little curious after a while. He went over to the third pig. He said, "How come you drinking so much water? You ain't been drinking beer like your brothers?" He said, "I'm the one got a wee all the way home." Thank you all very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dave Newman.